And so, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our final fight, our main event of the evening. Let's do it one more time, Belgrade. And so, please welcome firstly to the blue corner from Slovenia, Miran, Slow Rocky, Fabjan.
Miran Fabjan from Slovenia, professional kickboxer before making the switch to the small gloves. Since then he's been knocking people out in the first round and into his 4 MMA fights. He won his last 2 fights with FNC. This event, there's been a lot of trash talking between him and his opponent. And, well, tonight we'll see whether he can step up to the plate, put his money where his mouth is. Extremely strong kickboxer, iconic kickboxing background. Heavy hitter, he's also been in intensive BJJ training for the last 3 years. His nickname Slow Rocky, he never quits. Twice he's won the audience over.
Crazy how the deal came together. If he knocked out Mars again, like he would get Stosic here in Belgrade. A ton of smack talk. He's been jesting Stosic at every opportunity all week. They even had to break him up a couple of times. But here is a guy who has much more on him than talk. He wants to bait you into a firefight. He's very good at moving his head. And if he can turn Stosic early, he can win this fight.
Miran Fabjan! And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the red corner in the cage, Serbia's favorite fighting star, Darko, the Hammer, Stosic!
Darko Stosic, ex-UFC man. Started off as a judoka. It's now just an ichigaiki, one big hit to finish everything. Everything with Stosic is big. Big punches, big takedowns, big ground and pound. Knockouts are his currency with loads in the bank. Likes a ground and pound. He's got 14 KOs on his record. He's the #1 KSW heavyweight contender. Comes tonight to FNC to fight in his hometown in Belgrade. Listen, there's a lot of beef between these two. Miran Fabjan did a good job of upsetting Darko Stosic, but it's all in the name. It's going to get very dark.
Very heavy hand. Great wrestling. Maybe he's wrestling here. Most important, keep it on the outside of his Fabjan. He's so dangerous.
Scheduled for 3 FNC MMA rounds. Darko Stosic takes on Miran Fabjan in our main event. It's heavyweight. The big boys have come out to play.
Darko, the Hammer, Stosic! And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, our final fight, our main event of the evening. This MMA rules bout takes place in the heavyweight division. This bout will be contested over 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee in charge when the action gets underway, Alexander Stosic. Introducing to you firstly, fighting out of the blue corner, age 39, he stands at 182 centimeters tall. He brings a professional MMA record of 6 fights, 4 wins and only 2 defeats. He's fighting out of Trojan Free Fighters in Pula, Croatia, from Slovenia, where he's known as the Slow Rocky, Miran Fabjan! And on the other other side of the cage. He's fighting out of the red corner, someone who needs no introduction in this part of the world. He's 32 years old and he stands at 183 centimeters tall. He's a record, an impressive one. 26 fights, 20 wins, and only the 6 defeats. He's representing MMA Crvena Belgrade. He's Serbia's favorite fighting son, where he's known as the Hammer, Darko Stosic! Both fighters to the center, please, for your final instructions.
Fighters, you know the rules, listen to my command. When I said stop, you stop. Touch gloves, go to your corner.
Well, you can smell the meat. It went dark for a while when these two came out. These are the numbers. Chris, what do we extrapolate from this?
Most important is the weight. Stosic looks lean, he looks fit, but Fabjan up, he's got big power here, Will.
Much anticipated. The main event, and look at this! Miran Fabjan causes an upset straight away. Stosic hits the canvas. What a turn up for the books. Oh, left hand from Miran Fabjan sends Stosic down to the canvas. Fabjan having the fight of his life here. Stosic doing all he can to stem the flow. You have to bear in mind that Fabjan yesterday was involved in a car crash. Oh, this is hell's a popping here.
Incredible performance here from Miran Fabjan. He walked out the underdog here tonight. 3-1 dog. He's taking this fight to Darko Stosic right now.
Well, he's laying on heavy hands and finding a way in. Stosic caught off guard here. What a surprise. What an upset this could cause here tonight.
This would be absolutely massive. Everything that Darko Stosic has worked for, all of the wins, all of the performances, Miran Fabjan promised to steal it. He nearly did here in the opening minute.
He's come here to do business. There's no doubt about that. He could be the wild joker in the pack. Stosic needs to calm this down. Stosic needs to take his time and just work through this. But Fabjan, what a handful. And I mean, I know Rocky from a long time back. And again, like Bakocevic having Halcyon comeback. Stosic in trouble. Look at Fabjan. Stosic having to defend here. Miran Fabjan from Slovenia laying heavy hands on Darko Stosic. Stosic can't even take it to the mat. Stosic coming back behind the knees. These are the big boys coming out to play. It's sensational action here at FNC 17.
Pressure here from Stosic is here. He's got to close this distance down. Get the dirty boxing going, take a deep breath or two. Because Miran Fabjan had sniped him there in the opening minute.
Wow, what a turn up for the books. Really surprised everyone. At least of course, Darko Stosic. Well, he's an ex-UFC fighter. And look at it now, he's going to work. Has Fabjan expended too much energy? Professional kickboxer before making the switch to the small gloves. He's been knocking out people in the first round in each of his 4 MMA fights. Different gravy though, Darko Stosic, and the name I think tells everything. Darko, he comes from the dark side. He's now got the power. He's got this controlling position, passes guard, being held in half. Miran Fabjan in trouble here now. What a reversal. But he's been here before, Fabjan, and I think he can ride this out. It's not his first rodeo, but what an absolute turn up for the books. As I say, yesterday, a car crash just before the weigh-ins, but he came to the hotel and said that he wanted to confront Stosic. What a face-off. It exploded with 150k views in 20 hours. I mean, everyone is watching this bout here tonight.
And Stosic had worked on his grappling so much since the last defeat. So I know how much he wanted to show that off in MMA, and that is what is keeping him alive in this fight right now. Heavy pressure here. Now Fabjan, of course, is a blue belt, turned purple belt at the beginning of his fight camp. He recently got that about 8 weeks ago, so he's no slouch here, but make no mistake about it. Stosic really wants to leverage this position here for the next 90 seconds.
And Stosic wants to get the job done because there was a lot of trash talk. Miran Fabjan really was adding to the hype with this. But Stosic now starts to get leverage and go to work. And Fabjan in survival mode here. There's a minute left in this first round. We were debating that this would never go the distance. We were debating what round it would finish in. Stosic caught off guard, he was hurt, but that's the sign of a true champion. He's the #1 contender in KSW. He doesn't want to be taken out here. That would be dreadful, a loss against Fabjan. Chris, this is just now starting to get really, really heated in there.
Fabjan's never been knocked out in MMA. He is such a tough guy. So gifted at staying in the fight. That's the slow laugh before you hear that Stosic, an angry man.
Yeah, absolutely. And he earned the nickname Rocky because he survived. The crowd gets behind him. But Stosic now starting to do the damage. This is where the tide could turn. Could be in all kinds of trouble. Fabjan is stopped. That's it. Stosic has done the job here tonight. And it hasn't been pretty. He didn't expect to come here and work this hard tonight, Darko Stosic. But he had to dig deep, go down into the basement, open up the toolbox and come up with some stuff.
What a performance here from Miran. Fabjan came out, made Stosic a little bit frustrated, he laid him into a firefight, made a miss, took it down the center line, really hurt it. But ultimately Stosic was able to get back and go again. So, instead of continuing to martial arts, there's no mistake about it, Will. You were surviving on the inside.
So the first round finish, Darko Stosic looked a bit tricksy at the beginning of this, I have to say. Well, what an entrance. And Stosic, wear and tear. I mean, he's taken some shots. Just look at the action here. The ground and pound relentless. Hammer fist, punches going in. And Miran Fabjan really taking all of that. I mean, it was relentless. And, you know, everyone's calling for this to be stopped. Fabjan in all kinds of trouble there. What a brave effort, though. He came, he turned up, and I always thought it was going to be a bridge too far. Stosic is different gravy. Took him a while to warm up to the task, though.
Yeah, exactly that, and just so many unanswered shots. A very good job from the referee. Let this thing continue, even when Stosic was hurt. Here, just the hammer fist. The coverage from Fabjan was there, but that's just not enough. That's not a sign of a finger position. That's not an intelligent defense. So, too much traffic here from Darko Stosic. Heavy, heavy punches to close out this one-round barn burner.
Well, I'm counting 5 first-round finishes tonight here at FNC 17. Stosic looks like he's been shifted. You know, it could have been touch and go for him. That was not an easy night in the office, I'm telling you now. There was no coffee break. It was fire in the hole right from the get-go. The crowd love it, and they love Miran Fabjan. So he made a nuisance of himself early on. And Stosic has had to work hard. What a turn up for the books. Fabjan offers up his hand. What a clash between these two. And, you know, props to Fabjan. He turned up, but Stosic, different gravy. And then, you know, just had the biggest hype this matchup. But Rocky, what an effort there. Miran Fabjan just comes to do business. But Stosic, you know, be careful what you ask for, especially as far as Darko Stosic is concerned. But he had to go to work.
Again, there was so much smack talk, right? Stosic had to be stoic and deal with all the things coming from Fabjan, all the promises, the taunts, the jesting, the things on camera. And although you don't let it get to you, ultimately it does kind of befuddle the situation. So there were some clouds, I think, walking out to the ring here tonight. But Stosic was able to clear those clouds after getting clipped by Fabjan. Man, that was a shootout, Will.
Well, a call out. We've had some technical hitches here live at the arena in Belgrade. And we don't quite know if you've missed some of it or not, but you caught the tail end.
Belgrade, show your appreciation to both men. Put your hands together, Belgrade. Show your appreciation to both men after a wild 4.5 minutes. And with an official cage side time recorded of 4 minutes and 30 seconds completed of round number 1. Your winner by TKO in the red corner from Serbia, Darko Stosic! And show your appreciation for our runner-up, Miran Fabjan.
predao je suvlasnik FNC, jedan od čelnika, gospodin Bob Berman. Evo, dame i gospodo, gospodin Dražen Forgać je rekao da će Miran Fabjan dobiti bonus za pobjedu kao da je pobjedio. Mirane, čestitam ti, izgubio si, ali mislim da ti je nakon ovog meča dionica još porasla gore i da si dobio još više fanova. Čestitam ti od srca. Molim jedan pljesak za ratnika, stvarno je slow Rocky. Nisi ništa izgubio.
Beograd, obećao sam vam da ćete nositi stoleta u stavu, a sad vas molim da mene ne nesite. Hvala star, neću plajivat, izvinjavam se sve ko sam uvrijedio. Stvarno sam htio oštetit Darkota, ni mi je uspjelo, on je oštetio mene, tako da pljesak za stoleta, još sam tvoj fan. Hvala Stole za šansu, hvala Beograda za energiju, volim vas.
Slow Rocky, Miran Fabjan! Dare, čestitam od srca. Kako je to izgledalo iznutra, neću te ništa pitati na početku. 2 šoka, 2 knockdowna, preživio si, pokazao si veličinu i na kraju slavio na svoj tipični način Hammer Time.
Iskreno znate da sam ja uvek realan i da govorim istinu. Tako da moram da kažem da je Rocky istinski najjači uzarač kojim sam ja radio do sad. A radio sam sa dosta njih. Nikome nikad u životu nije bacio ni na treningu, niti u meču. Eto, dogodilo mi se 2 puta za 15 godina da me ovako neko i bacio knockdown u prvoj rundi. Svaka čast Rocky, imaš moj respekt. A vama hvala puno na ovoj prelepoj večeri. Prelepo je vidjeti ovu arenu, da ovako pozdravlja MMA i da imamo ovakve fanove kod nas u glavnom gradu. Hvala vam puno. Nadam se da ću se sljedeći put boriti ovdje kad budem branio kao svjetski titul šampion. Hvala vam.
Dame i gospodo, The Hammer, Darko Stosic! Hvala još jednom Beograde, hvala Srbijo, vidimo se uskoro ponovo nekom FNC eventu. Živjeli!